What's up, guys? Today we're going to get into FL Studio and we are going to make a beat only using samples. We have a plethora of different samples. They're all different BPMs and might even be different keys. We're going to see what we can pull off and show you how easy it is to make a beat with samples in FL Studio. So here's FL and here is Splice. Splice is where we got our samples for today. First things first, I'm going to come in to the project and I'm going to open up the mixer. The mixer is up here in these windows. There's multiple ways to get there. I'm going to just click here. On the master, I'm going to go ahead and click here, click replace, and I'm going to pick Edison. This is where we're going to pull our samples into. First things first, our first sample, let's start with this one. All right, we're going to drag this in here. It looks like it has a BPM of 100. However, we're at 120. So we're going to right click here. We're going to type in the tempo, 100, and we are going to accept that. We're then going to drag this onto our playlist window. So you can't drag from here. That actually selects a portion. You click here and drag onto the timeline. Now, once you've placed something in the timeline, it also goes into what's called our pattern window. And we're going to click on the instrument name here. And it's going to pull our stuff up here in this time stretching section. You click on time, auto detect. It's going to say 100, 100 embedded. And we want this on resample. This will be the best bet for us. Now, if you see, it fit it into this 4-bar section. So here's pattern. This is how we're just going to play a pattern, but we want to play all of the patterns together. So we're going to click under it, under song. Perfect. So there's sample 1. Let's drag in our second sample. Oh, wait. We didn't want to do that. Control Z, go back to the mixer, go back into Edison, drag our sample in there. Right click. 71 BPM, it's already automated one in there. Accept it, drag this into the timeline. Oh. Drag this into the timeline. Here we go. We're gonna pull up our channel rack, click on the name of the new instrument, time, auto detect, 71 embedded, and we're gonna put it on resample. Boom. Now here, if we play them together, it does not sound good. Huh. I don't like the way that sounds. All right, let's just keep going. We're going to go into our next sample. What do we got? This one. Right click, we're at 142 BPM on this one. Boom, accept. We're gonna go ahead and drag this into the timeline as well. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna open up our channel rack, right click. Oh, left click, sorry. Click on time, auto detect, 142 embedded, and it's already on resample. So now if we click here and play, nice, sounds amazing so far. Let's go ahead and keep pushing through the rest of these samples, see what else we got. Boom, drag this one in. So this is at 140, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure we put 140, press accept, and we're gonna drag this one into the timeline. Boom, boom, boom. Notice that it's not the length, like a specific length of bars. So that's why we're going into the channel rack, clicking on the name of the desired instrument, right-clicking on the time, auto-detecting it, and making sure it's on resample. Now look, it is stretched. Nice. We're going to keep going. Edison, what do we got next? So this one's 140. Boom. Drag in again. Channel rack. click on the name, right click, auto detect, 140, it's on resample. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Let's keep it going. We got 2 more samples over here. Edison. This is a riser. Oh no, what happened? Boom. Actually, we don't even need to put this in here, but let's just do, it doesn't have a tempo on it. So let's leave it as is, and let's just drag this one into the project. Yeah, that works. Now I'm pressing Alt, and I'm increasing the height width of each track, and I'm pressing Control to zoom in. And I'm going to make sure I place this right where we'd like it. Now I'm pressing now I'm dragging it over, and now I'm putting it directly on that line. And I pressed Alt and excuse me, I pressed Alt and scrolled the wheel. Now I'm pressing Control and scrolling my mouse wheel to reduce the width of my view. Okay, one more sample. Let's drag it in. Boom, boom, boom. 128. So this is like what I anticipated being an intro. So let's go 128. Boom. Accept. We're going to drag this one in, and we're going to put it right there. And we are going to pull up the channel rack, right click, left click on time, auto detect 128, and it's already on resample. Perfect. So now we're in our full grid here. I'm going to go ahead. Remember, this hi-hat was a little quirky, so I'm going to delete this. And that was our second loop, so I'm going to just delete that here too. Excuse the phone. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to press Control, and I'm on my brush tool already. I'm going to press Control and click here and drag over, and I can highlight a bunch of samples at the same time. So let's do this. Let's see what this sounds like so far. And I'm pressing Shift and clicking on the sample, and I'm going to create a duplicate of it by doing so. So real quick, let's play this. Okay, sounds okay. Let's duplicate this. Click, hold Shift and click. Let's see how it would sound with this there too. Okay, so overall, it sounds okay. It doesn't really necessarily match very well from the samples into the next section. However, you just got to work with it. I would recommend in this instance to try something different. However, we're just going to keep rolling with this so that you can get the gist of things. So I'm going to go back into my channel rack. If you've noticed that the mix of this it's all super loud, right? So in the channel rack, we want to send these to the mixer. So if you click on the particular instrument, you just click here and press Control L, it's going to send it to an open channel in the mixer. I'm going to go back to channel rack, Control L, and I'm going to Control L all of these. Control L, Control L, and Control L. Now, when we play it, now we have full access in our mixer. Let's make this window a little bigger now. Let's turn this down. I would say a good starting point, let's start with our drums. So I'm going to go back to the playlist real quick. I'm going to go here. This is our first channel in the mixer. So I'm going to go here. I right clicked on this dot here, and that solos that particular instrument. And right now I'm probably going to go for like, you know, somewhere around 15 on the dB meter. Our drums at like, you know, we'll just go, let's say 12. We'll go somewhere around 12. And let's go back. Let's find our next drum section. And here, drum loop 142. Drum loop 142. Now I'm going to go here and get this down to that 12 point as well. All right. So that will be an equal level in between the two sets of drums. And this bass we could probably put at, let's just put it at like -16. So let's highlight. I left clicked to unselect that one. And what is our first one? It's the last one. So here I'm going to left click, and now we've highlighted both of those to play at the beginning. And we're going to turn that down. We want this at like -18 or something. All right, this riser, we can bring this down. It is super loud. It's even loud at that level. Perfect. Okay. And we'll just do the last couple live. The voice can come down a lot. And those strings sound pretty good right there. So essentially that's kind of what's going on here. You know that the hi-hat that we deleted originally, I'm going to switch it up. I said we were only going to use samples. I'm going to create a track real quick as well. So I'm going to come in here. This is where your instruments can be found. They're all over the place. I'm just going to start with packs. Actually, I'm going to go, where is it at? No. Yeah, I'm just going to go packs. Let's go drums. Let's go hats. We'll just do here, right click, open new channel, and open new channel. So we did a couple there. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to go to my channel rack, and I'm going to right click, this makes it super fast, and put fill every 2 steps. So I'm going to select pattern. Now it's just going to play this particular pattern in the channel rack. Now here, if I increase this, it'll increase the length. Right click, fill every 2 steps. Now if I come back to the main window, your playlist window, and I click, I'm going to scroll up to pattern 2, scroll back down to pattern 1, and I'm going to click with my paintbrush, and it's going to paint the pattern now. So clearly what's going on here, the issue is not with the hi-hat, it is with this sample here. This is the culprit. It sounds like it's off. I don't know why. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to press shift, and I'm going to, and I'm going to hold shift and scroll my wheel up, and I'm going to reposition this sample here. Now I'm going to go back. So we fixed that. So now I'm going to go back to pattern 1 real quick. And this shows the samples, and this shows all of this stuff too. So you have your samples and the instruments that you choose in the channel rack. So what I want to do right here is right click and go piano roll. And this places it in something called a piano roll. Instead of it being on the rack in those dots, now it's in a piano on those dots. All right. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and I'm going to fill this up through here. And I want my brush tool. I don't want the pencil tool. And so over here, this is a magnet. It says snap to a particular type of step, a beat, or the lines and the cells. So I'm going to try, let's do line real quick. And if I click here, it's going to paste it directly at those lines. And what happened there is it's silenced because the length of this isn't the correct length anymore. So you have to click on the end and extend it out. Now, there's one thing to consider here is that we made a new pattern and all of this stuff is in here. However, we never put the new hi-hat in here. So you got to go to your channel rack, click it, and press Control L to send it to the mixer. Now we need to mix this because it's way too hot. Okay, so one other thing that you hear predominantly in hip hop today is using triplets, and I did this shit way before it was cool. So anyway, if you click third step here, you're going to zoom out. Now we can place some triplets in here. Let's just do this and see what we get. So next up would be adding effects. You'd come in here and you would add a bunch of cool stuff. But I think for now, this is the essentials. Get this down. Just get used to using the mixer. A lot of people, when they first start, will come in here and they turn volumes down in here. And it's just not the best way. It's not the way to do things. You know, the proper way to do things is to route your instruments to your mixer. That's why you have it. So cool little video, nothing crazy. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to share, like, save, and subscribe to our channel. Like us, do all that stuff. And also be sure to put some stuff in the comments. Comment what you think. Comment your ideas. Comment your practices. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.